Saturday, I don't know the date. It's the last Saturday in October, so whatever that is, 28th maybe? I don't know. I'll leave that up to you to look up. Anyway, hey, it's been a few weeks, so I just want to do this again. Just in a little online Devo. If you get anything from it, cool. If not, sorry. I tried. Anyway, hey, I've been going through Judges, and today I'm on Judges chapter 6. And it's a story about Gideon, and if you don't know Gideon, read chapter 6. Anyway, that's my profound thought for the day. But one thought that came to mind when I was going through Judges 6 about Gideon himself, and one question that Gideon struggled with was, not really question, but the thing that he really wrestled with was, the God who was, can he be the God who is? The God in the past, can he do those things in my life, in my friends, in my family, right now, today? I think the answer is yes. First thing I took away when I was just going through Judges chapter 6, powerful thing. One verse says this: when the angel of the Lord appeared to Gideon, he said, "The Lord is with you, mighty warrior." What I get from that is just one, recognize God is always with you. The true question is, am I with God? The angel of the Lord appeared to Gideon and said, "The Lord is with you, mighty warrior." And if you know anything about Gideon, he was not a mighty warrior. The angel of the Lord was speaking into his life, into the future, what he would become, what God knew he would become. Not probably or could, but what God knew. He called him a mighty warrior. Ever been in a situation where it went from bad to potentially worse? And you asked yourself the question, is God with me? God was with you, but perhaps, even in my own times, I was not with God. Thus, the situation got worse. I remember my very first day in 6th grade. It was my very first day in the junior high, or in 6th grade. I remember standing outside waiting before they rang the bell to let everybody in. They made everybody wait outside. My very first day, there was a handful of people around, and I just walked up to the front door, where there were big bad 8th graders. One of the 8th graders knew me. One of them had no clue, and he really didn't care. He just walked up to me, and he thought, this kid looks like he's all that, and he just started talking smack to me. I was a little 6th grader. He was a few inches taller than me. He was an 8th grader. Not going to lie, I was a little afraid, but this guy kept hurting my feelings. He kept talking and talking. My older friend Curtis, just said, "Hey, dude, calm down. Do you know anything about Wade?" The guy did not care. He just looked at me, kept talking smack, and I did something very stupid. The situation was bad, and because I was not with God, it got worse. And I just didn't react. I didn't do anything. And without even thinking, I gave this guy the hardest and biggest headbutt I've ever given someone in my life. I just completely headbutted the guy. And because he was taller than me, I hit him right on the nose. And within a few seconds, he had a bloody nose and broken glasses. And that dude, because it was the first day of school, you gotta look all that, completely ran home and didn't come to school. I was shocked. I had never done anything like that, and never done anything like that since then. And it's funny that my first reaction was just to headbutt a guy. But he ran home, and the next day, the dude totally didn't bother me. And I think to this day, I've never talked to that kid ever since then. But really don't care either. But I should. Anyway, a situation that was bad went completely worse because I didn't even stop to think. I didn't stop to ask myself the question, God, are you with me? The question is, God is always with me, but am I with God? Another thing I take home comes from verse 15 in chapter 6 of Judges. It says, this is Gideon's response to what God had just asked him. He says, "But Lord, how can I save Israel? My clan is the weakest in Manasseh, and I am the least in my family." The Lord answered, "I will be with you, and you will strike down all the Midianites together." I need to recognize that God loves me and knows me better than myself. He truly does. Someone who says, "I will be with you," is someone who truly cares about you. Even when they say it during a time that really will get crazy. And let's be honest, when will a time not really get crazy? That's someone who truly loves you and cares for you. And it's easy to forget when God is calling us to something, that God truly loves us. Why, God? Why would you put me through this? Or why would you even think about it? It's like the person who says, "I love you and I'm with you on this." And I start to believe the self-doubt, and I give in to the question, okay, why do you love me? You're lying. If you really knew me, you wouldn't love me, or you wouldn't even care about me. That was Gideon's thought. He said, "My clan is the weakest, and I'm the least in my family. He truly thought that he was a nobody. He truly believed he was a nobody. But the truth is, the people that say those things to me, that I know you, I love you, and I will be with you, are truly people that know me probably better than I know myself. And that's humbling and frightening. But I know at the end of the day, I want to surround my life with those people. And I want to surround my life and surrender my life to a God that truly knows and believes that about me. God did truly love Gideon and truly did know who he was. Third and final verse, verse 17 in Judges chapter 6 says this. It's after Gideon's response. He says, he asked for a sign, and he says, God, I got to go do this. God's response was, I will wait for your return. I will wait. Recognize God will not move until the instrument he has chosen moves. That's me. That's you. The problem God finds himself in is often when he moves in me, when he moves in us, he has to wait on our response. When God speaks into our lives, truly speaks into our lives, most of the time, most of us do not respond immediately. Like Gideon, we have filled ourselves with self-doubt and need time to what we call process. We think what God is doing and why he's doing it. Even though most of the time God will not tell us the why until after the whole process has been over or experienced and the lessons learned. Sometimes he won't even tell us why. All of these truths can be wrapped up into one truth. The God who was desires to be the God who is in my life and in your life. If you haven't read Judges chapter 6 in a while, reread some of those verses, but really reread Judges 6:17. It says, I will wait until you return.
In this world there's real and make-believe, and this seems real to me. And you love me, but you don't know who I am. I'm torn between this life